It's Dirty Thursday, brought to you by River City Speedway. Man, I'm just keyed up about today's show. Joining the Bullring Boys today, Keith Cumming, Terry BlackLance. Oh, you know who they are. Our show today brought to you by Executive Properties. Are you still putting off that project around the house that's been bugging you forever? Do you think you can wait until spring and call a contractor and have the work done ASAP? Well, good luck with that. Executive Properties has openings right now to get that project done. In fact, you can check out their Google reviews. Aaron says Chris and his team did a spectacular job in the damage to my aunt's garage and siding. Kept us up to date on the progress, and the finished product was amazing. Thank you for your professionalism and hard work. Hey, get that project done sooner than later. Call Executive Properties, 701-330-1273. All right, if you have any questions or comments for any of us here in the studios of Grand Forks Best Source, hey, feel free to text or call. Our number is 701-213-0863, 701-213-0863. Nick Curtis on the ball, usually one of the first ones to text in. Good morning, Nick. Let's do it. Let's get it out of the way. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me, daily segment. And like I said, I'm glad my wife's probably not watching the show today. But, before I got married, I just smashed into the back of cars. Did it all the time. I'd be driving, just smash into the back of cars because I didn't have a wife to gasp and scream when someone braked 3 miles ahead of me. You guys have that problem? Oh, man. It's like, how many times I've just said, hey, why don't you just drive?
I got no comment because she's probably watching the show. So
yeah. There you go. One. Jokes My Neighbor Tells Me. Let's see here. Track schedule. Let's do it quick. Brought to you. Our Dirty Thursday track schedule brought to you by Forks Karting Association. Watch the karts race Wednesday nights at Forks Karting Speedway at the Grand Forks Fairgrounds. You can find out more by going to forkskartingassociation.com. And as we speak about Forks Karting Association, send it over to Dale for a second here. Dale, what's going on at Forks Karting Association? They got stuff going on this weekend, right?
Yeah. They did the track cleanup last weekend, and this weekend, this Saturday, they'll be having their first open practice of the season, and they want drivers to get there by 9 a.m. Gates open at 9 a.m. and it starts at 11 a.m. And then also for rookie and novice gas drivers, for new drivers to bring their birth certificates.
Okay. So, I might go check that out for a little bit on Saturday, just for poops and giggles, huh? How's that? Why don't you go ahead and dial that up? You know what we're talking about here. We did want to mention the passing of Tim Mulvaney. That was maybe a little before your time, but hell of a sprint car driver, one of the original NOSA boys. He was a 4-time NOSA winner, a 4-time River City Speedway winner, and I might even be wrong. He retired and he came back and he was all over the place, but what a great guy. And some other, I should probably mention the track schedule besides that, since I said that. River City Speedway, we're opening up tomorrow night. Minnesota Street Stocks, Midwest Mods, Late Models, NOSA Sprints, and Lightning Sprints, Saturday, Devil's Lake, NLRA night. Yeah, Late Models, Pure Stocks, Minnesota Street Stocks, Midwest Mods, Buffalo River on Sunday, Mother's Day. IMCA Sport Mods, Legends, Short Trackers, Hobby Stocks, Midwest Mods, Street Stocks. They are all going to be there. And, that's your Dirty Thursday track schedule brought to you by Forks Karting. Yeah. I wanted to mention tomorrow night, the guy, Austin Pierce, retired.
Yes.
But he's coming out of retirement tomorrow night.
What?
So he retired, and he's going to race tomorrow night before he even really retired.
Wow.
So, and
couldn't stay away.
He'll be driving the number 13 Buffalo Wild Wings car.
Oh.
Mark's youngest son, Ty, getting confirmed tomorrow night. So Mark's going to be there. I think we got somebody on the phone. Are you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Brad Sang is on the phone.
There you go.
Hey, we're finally going to get this race season going tomorrow, huh?
Well, you know what? The opening night, we're on schedule for opening night. You know what? We've had a lot of rain, sun. Now it looks like from last night up until tomorrow night, it looks like the weather's going to be favorable for us. The winds, I know they're out. Everything's a go, but the pit's in the racetrack right now. So I know Doogie and Tom and Scott and the rest of them are out there right now and just waiting to get out there and start scratching the pits and working on the racetrack. And then we got some favorable winds tomorrow up until about looks like 5 o'clock, and then the winds are going to diminish down to less than 10 mile an hour. So it should be a 70-degree night and
Oh, wow.
enjoyable opener.
I'm looking forward to it. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, well, they're never ready. It's just time to race.
We got some new cars to be watching for too this year. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, you know what? What I do know is Brody Eckert will be back out in the Wissota Street Stock. I
Oh.
know Tucker Peterson has a late model.
I didn't know Brody.
Yeah. So, oh, darn it. You know what? I'm going to miss some people.
Well,
I know there's Brian Flott's son is in a sprint car.
Yep.
Nate Reynolds is an NLRA guy now.
And Nate Reynolds, yes, there's another one. I don't want to demean anybody, but it just seems like there's a lot of guys moving classes, and it's shaping up to be, I think, pretty exciting Friday night tomorrow night. So if you put on maybe a long sleeve shirt and bring a sweatshirt, then we'll get the race done in a timely manner and get people out of there before it possibly gets too chilly. But with the hot action on the racetrack, I can't see that happening.
Yeah, I can't either. I think it's going to be awesome, Brad. I'm excited to get out there and hope all the fans are too. You're got to be pumped up, though. This is another good season. We're actually going to start on time this year.
Yeah, you know what? We always put the opener out, and it's kind of a coin flip of what is it going to work or isn't it going to? And like I said, the stars are aligning to where it looks like it's going to be a go tomorrow.
That's awesome, buddy.
Awesome. Can't wait. Had to see your thoughts, had to listen to your thoughts, and we miss you, Brad.
We're going to see your smiling face tomorrow, buddy.
Hey, does this count on being on the show? So I've taken the record over now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
That's
that.
it.
Yeah, you might have tied it now again.
That's
it. Good thinking. All right, man. We'll let you go. We know you're busy, and we'll hook up with you tomorrow.
Thanks, bud.
All right. Thanks, guys, for
All right,
everything
there you
you
go.
do for River City Speedway.
All right. Thanks, man. Good morning, everybody. Jeff Cornels, Chewy, they're all watching from now in southern Minnesota. Heather,
like it.
and yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we should go around the table here.
I think we got
do
some guys that want to talk to us a little bit. Yeah, maybe.
This guy to my left I've known for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider Thief River's not your hometown, but
Pretty much.
yeah. I mean, from way back in the 80s, radio to the racing to, I remember standing on my deck, probably about 3 too many beers, being on your radio racing show.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
And this was during COVID when I know I came unleashed on our county commission. I said some
What?
pretty bad things. Yeah, well, when they were, they
I don't
didn't want
remember.
anybody racing, and you got to mask, and everybody there, the majority of the people there are obese and diabetic. You
I
know,
don't
that's
understand.
what they were talking
you
about.
You never get upset about things.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't,
so
but,
easygoing.
yeah. Terry BlackLance, how are you?
Hey, buddy.
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Grandpa Terry BlackLance.
Yep, love and life.
It's so funny because it was always, social media posts, racing, different
Yes.
cars, business, and the sun,
Yeah.
racing. And now he's morphed from that to Grandpa.
Grandpa.
And it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Never thought it'd be this good. It's fun. Yeah, I love it.
How often do you get to see your grandkids?
Not enough.
Yeah.
My granddaughter lives in town. That's Aaron's daughter.
Okay,
now,
yep.
and she was born December 23rd. So she's new, and I see her quite regular. And then Hendrix is from Duluth, so
Okay.
I see him once a month maybe.
Yeah. And you're missing out on a rummage sale today?
Yeah.
Jeepers.
Something I completely forgot about. Wasn't told about or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
So tell us about Terry BlackLance. Besides being a grandpa and missing out on a rummage sale, what do you do? What makes your world work for you?
Well, I own my own business. I have Fast Graphics, U-Haul, and Thief River, and have done that now since 2012. Before that, I worked for the school district for 22 years in student services and loved that job. But it was time to do something different, and I figured being my own business owner or being a business owner was probably the way I wanted to go because I can work as hard as I want and work as little as I want.
When you want.
Yeah, when I want.
Yeah.
I mean, if I need some money, I just work a little harder, and
There you go.
if I don't mind being broke, I just sit back and do nothing.
All those years in working for the school district, how many changes did you see in that long period of time? Because we know there's been a lot of changes.
Yeah, every day was different.
Yeah.
I mean, it went from my boss being the administration to kids being my boss.
Yeah, yeah.
And teachers and parents and grandmas. And
when they know what's going on, but they have no freaking clue.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that funny how that works?
It changed a lot, that's for sure, and that's one of the reasons I left. I just
bet.
got tired of being everybody's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know what you
we
mean.
know what you want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't fun.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Keith Cumming, welcome to the show. How are you?
Good,
Yeah.
John.
He's sticking around tonight. Going to be on Fork Sports Highway too with boys.
He's probably one of the most commented ones on Fork Sporting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Yep.
I would
Yep.
say.
Yep.
I see it all the time.
Got to keep that crew in line.
Yeah,
There you go.
Keep
There you
everybody
go.
in check.
You got, I think you won some money here too. Was it Super Bowl or what'd you win?
Yeah, something for the Super Bowl.
Okay, okay, and they've been holding it for you here, and I'm sure
Well, they
it's,
hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gotten interest since then
Yeah,
too.
it
You know,
should have, yeah. Yeah.
Monopoly money. Yes, monopoly money.
There you go. Tell us about Keith Cumming.
Native East Sider,
Yeah, how about that?
and then moved to Warroad in '87 for work, and been there since.
And you made the trip down here, and by the way, thank you both.
Yes.
I know it's not easy just to drop everything on a Thursday, and Warroad's a long trip. Thief River's a good hour drive to get here, but what we're kind of gathering here for it is we are gathered here today. It does. I mean, it feels like a funeral to me.
I don't want to go that far. I don't want to say Greenbush is dead.
No.
But,
Maybe on hiatus.
Hopefully for about a year.
How's that for a hiatus? But how long were you the announcer at Greenbush?
11 years.
11 years.
Ever since Trapper taken it over.
Yeah. Now what do you do Saturdays?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah. And now let's get it this way. Trapper ran it for a long time.
From 2013 until last year.
Okay, so you think, okay, he wants to retire, whatever, but the dude lived in Glendon. He lives in Glendon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long of a drive is that? It's got to be 3 hours,
No.
2 hours for sure.
Two and a half.
Probably
I would
2.5
guess,
hours.
Yeah.
That's a long haul, all the time.
Oh, especially you can't just be there. You can't go up there on Saturday. He's probably up. He probably had a camper there. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
I think they
No,
went there on
it-
Wednesday, didn't they?
His parents live in town.
Okay.
So he had a place
Oh.
to stay. And his work schedule allowed him to go 4/10s in the summer. So he was up Thursday night,
Oh wow.
usually.
Okay.
So he's working on the track, doing
the
everything.
weekend, yeah.
Oh my gosh, the work he put in for those 10 years.
I
that's-
know.
Oh,
I know.
you wouldn't believe the work he put in.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see him cleaning bathrooms
Yep.
Yeah.
Sunday morning, doing the grandstands. It's just unbelievable.
Nice facility.
Yeah.
Devil's Lake Speedway needs help with the live feed. There's an idea for Saturdays for you. Anyway, I knew somebody was going to say something.
That's a
yeah.
haul.
You have to buy a plane or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a haul. But yeah, I'm just super stoked that everything's finally going to get going this weekend. The Greenbush racetrack, what I want to do is bring back memories because when you and I were talking before, not only have you raced there, I think you announced there, you promoted there, you've done everything there. I got lucky. I got to call a race there 2 years ago, I think it was. And it was so much fun. I knew it was going to be fun when I walked down to the pits and was welcomed
Right.
by a lot of the race car drivers the way I was. And I hadn't been to Greenbush in so long, but I want to talk about some favorite memories. And back in the day, when I was wrenching with Brian Wild on the A-Mod, we were up there every weekend. We used to park right next to Greg Ferris. I can remember that. But my favorite memory was when the sprint cars were there. And so we were helping out Brendan. And at the finish line,
Yeah.
Bob Martin got into him after the checkered flag, and Brendan launched. I mean, he went over the fence. He went over the little corner bleacher that used to be there and ended up in a wad. It got ugly. I mean, I could still remember John Eglin saying, well, we don't have mirrors in these damn things. And somebody saying, well, you probably should. And it was all kinds of fun. But one of my favorite memories there, I bet you've got a million of them.
Oh, yeah. Long list. I laid in bed last night thinking about them and forgot them all now. But
Yeah.
actually, there's lots. And I was,
And not even with you, but I just popped up Greenbush Race Park on the internet this morning.
Yeah.
And the first thing that popped up was Aaron's track champions, like 9,000 of them.
oh, yeah.
I mean, so besides you, do you have any idea how many races between you and your kid that you've won there?
Well, how many nights have they been open? We've been there every night since they opened in, what,
I wish I
1994?
knew.
So I actually tried to look for some of that information before it came, and the website's taken down now, and there's no information there. So.
Yeah, I get all that stuff from Steven.
Yeah.
It was like 1994 they opened up, and they were open every Saturday.
91.
91?
91 was when they opened.
Wow.
So we opened it up there, and we're there every Saturday. And sometimes Aaron's in 2 cars there. So, yeah.
Jeez, or Aaron's in 3.
Yeah,
He's been in 3.
Yeah.
Actually, he's been up there in 3
Yeah.
a few times. And
Aaron is one of 2 drivers to win in 3 different classes.
Is that right?
Aaron won in streets, B mods, and then he got his first A mod win up there last year.
Okay, who's the other one?
Ward Emery.
Oh, sure.
Now, can you guess the 3 classes that he won in?
Ward Emery,
A-mod, B-mod, and Bomber.
Well, besides A mod,
Okay.
A-mod, late model.
you'd have to work on the other 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Lightning Sprint.
Lightning Sprint for when he drove Amber Balkan's car,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and then he also won in super trucks.
Oh, super
Oh,
trucks.
forgot about the super trucks. Okay. Wow.
I was thinking, Aaron, guy that wears too many hats at a race night. He's coming out next. Is going to be a late model, and then he's going to drive all 4.
Well,
we are trying to do something like that.
See, I just knew it.
Wow.
I still have my late model, and
Yeah,
I
I bet you do.
Yeah, I've been trying to get him in that for a while. But
how many different classes have you raced there, Terry?
me,
Just about all of them?
yeah, I've done all of them except for sprint car.
Except for sprints.
So that's pure stock, street,
Yep.
super stock when we had
Super
them,
stocks, yep.
B-mod.
Modifieds
modified, and your late model?
in my late model. Yep.
Man.
Aaron's got to bring like a
Guy needs a
semi-trailer.
hobby.
Well, when you're not a drinker, or that's all we like to do. I mean, we're just all into racing,
And that's,
that's what we do. So.
And you could definitely tell that at the racetrack.
Yeah.
100% you could say
Yeah.
that. And I think family value is there too, because Aaron's significant other, everybody's there.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
so cool. And Terry sits in the same seat
Yep. Yep.
every time.
And he messages me whenever I say Josh Bolio's name wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Did I say it right that time?
Bolio, yeah.
Bolio, yeah.
It's no different when we got like Keith sits in the same seat.
Yep,
I
yep.
bet you, when you look at World of Outlaw tickets, you try to get that exact same seat. I think you have the
Creatures of habit.
You know where people are.
Yep.
I can walk down.
Yeah.
Like, Terry's right here. Hey, Terry, and then you walk over, and then when you get there, and he's one of the first ones there, and you can see,
Yep.
hey, Keith up there. It's so cool to see those things.
I want to ask you this with your son racing, and I know you helped as much as you could. Now you and your wife sit up in the stands, but was there a time when you just thought to yourself, or when you knew to yourself, kid doesn't need my help anymore, he's fine on his own? Or do you still have to be the dad, and it's hard to get that dad part out of you?
No, I actually right now don't feel like he needs my help at all.
Right,
I
right.
feel like I go out there and I get in the way. So
That is
that's
so
why
cool.
I sit in the grandstand. I just let him do what he's going to do, and he's learned a lot. I mean, he was setting up my car when he was 7 years old.
No kidding.
Literally. I mean, he would do all the tire pressures and offset and stagger and all of that stuff. So he knew where he was going and what he does, and now he knows way more than I do. And it's kind of the same situation with my dad. When my dad used to race with me, when we went from stock tires to Mercury's back in the day, and then started running AFCO shocks and that kind of thing, and going from a leaf spring car to a coil spring car, my dad just said no.
Wow.
He couldn't do it anymore.
And then you took over then.
Yeah, then I took over, and then I started, and then I did my thing, and now Aaron's doing his thing, and things have changed since I started racing.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Back when I was 15, and cars are different. They're way faster, more expensive.
Oh gosh, yes.
And man, you talk about the drivers. I mean, I was on the way over today. I was thinking of some of the drivers that we used to race with. I mean, I used to race with Brad Singh. Of course, Brad's young; he's still a young buck. But guys like Terry Sanis and Mitch
Pappenfuss.
Johnson, Kevin Pappenfuss was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Seitz, those folks. Julie, obviously, we raced with her for a while. We've raced with a lot of folks, and the kids just keep getting better and better all the time.
I mean, you definitely see that the difference of generations, of cars. When you look back and you check out history of cars and stuff, you see wings have changed, all these things have just been just abundance of change. When you first started driving late model, it's way different now. I mean, what would you think about doing it now?
It'd be really expensive.
That's it, you know. It's the next big thing, you know.
I would love to try it.
Yeah.
But, you know, at some point you got to just say enough is enough, and
Right.
and I didn't want to be out in the way. When I did have my late model, that was one of my biggest things is I'm going to go out and I'm going to get in the way, and you've got Dustin Strand coming by you like you're standing still.
Yeah. It's funny when you talk about your kid helping out at 7. My son is 37, and he knows a lot about a lot, but I don't think he could change a tire. I don't know if he could or not.
I think that the good thing about we look at even especially this year, when you look at the different drivers of different classes, you know, we got like the Brody Eckerts is going to street stock now. He was a hobby stock last year. You have Daniel Aberle went from a street stock now to an IMCA stock car. He's changed over. You know, you got all these guys changing cars and stuff. It is so cool to see that. And now we'll have different heads on this too, because tomorrow night we're going to see a lot of different cars.
How about Kaylee's daughter going from a go-kart to a B-mod?
I'm so happy for McKenna. Excited to see what she's going to do. They're not going to race tomorrow night, she said.
Okay.
They are going to race Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
But so she's going to be there tomorrow, and I got to go give her questions and high five because I'm pretty excited about that too.
Are you officially retired, or can we see Terry BlackLance in a race car again? I mean, you probably got a half a dozen race cars still laying around.
I know there's probably a street stock still ready to go.
Actually, there is. I do still have my late model. I've got a pure stock I bought. I bought that pure stock when Greenbush moved to Wissota Pure Stocks. And I bought that because the class seemed to be struggling a little bit with numbers, and I bought it with the intention of getting it ready to go and selling it to somebody real cheap to go up there and race. Well,
that's cool.
Now they're done, unfortunately.
Right.
Actually, when I get done here, I'm heading back to Thief River to. There's a young gentleman that is interested in buying it.
Oh, good. Okay.
To turn it into a street stock.
Okay, I thought maybe you had it for sale at the rummage sale.
Yeah. Well. If not, if it doesn't go tonight, it'll be in the garage sale tomorrow.
Paul Erickson, glad you're watching. McKenna will be the first woman in a Wissota B-mod at River City Speedway. I saw that in the article. That is pretty cool.
Yep. Since 2006, before when that first initial started.
Yep.
I'm not sure. I don't know who to credit the article to, Steven or Mike Speaker, but you know they got a lot of information there, which is great. One thing we didn't mention, because you asked Keith about what he does, he forgot to tell you something.
Uh-oh.
He is a chili connoisseur.
Oh, that's right. I knew that.
Yeah, chili connoisseur. So he's in chili competitions. And you got to talk about that. I mean, that's good stuff.
You got a trophy case with all your chili trophies?
Actually, I haven't won a lot of trophies.
Oh, you haven't?
It's not the first place one. I won People's Champions.
Okay.
And I prefer to win them over
Sure.
first or second.
Yeah, because that's everybody's favorite instead of just the judge.
Yep.
That's one nice thing about being in the media business. I've been lucky enough to get to judge some like rib cook-offs and stuff, but I haven't got to do a chili yet. I did a hot dish one.
You did a hot dish one?
Oh yeah, Heritage Days at East Grand Forks. It was fun because I got to sit next to the mayor of East Grand Forks and just give him crap the whole time I was
nice.
there, so it was kind of fun.
Nice.
No, it's not accurate. The Stutsky girls are. Oh, the first one in a B-mod? Anyway.
John, I got a quick story about Greenbush Race Park. I got a chance to make it down there with Bill Deutsch from the sports show because Keith is such a regular commenter on the sports show. I kind of brought up last idea to the sports crew. I'm like, hey, who's down? Let's go check out a night of the races at Greenbush Race Park. And so Bill and I made the trek down there, and it was such a good time. You guys ran such a tight ship over there. I think it must have been, 6, maybe 7 classes, and it was done in about 3 hours.
Yeah. And I think it was 7 classes that night, and we were out of there by 10:30.
Yeah, wow. It was such a smooth run operation, and I just love the view out there too. We'll have a picture we'll be showing later. It's on the outskirts of Greenbush, so it kind of has that nice open prairie.
Yeah, I like it. I like it out there.
So gorgeous out there. We had a blast that night.
A couple of people talk. Casey, Eustatus? Is that how you say that? Eustatus. One track I wish I had visited. Always heard great things about there. Mason Aaron's racing videos. I had terrible luck weather-wise venturing to Greenbush. One of the 2 girls ran Grand Forks a few years ago. Might have been both. Talking about the Stutsky girls.
Yeah, Victoria's.
Casey. Keep hearing guys talk about drag racing being so cool, so I decided to check out one of these drag shows in Fargo. Man, I just don't get it. Just a bunch of guys walking around in high heels. I will stick to dirt track racing. That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't mind watching drag racing. It's kind of boring. Drifting, I don't get
Yeah.
at all.
I don't get
It's
that
just
either.
follow the leader. There's really no racing, and you think tires are expensive? Boy, I couldn't imagine.
Tire guy's lovely, you know. It's
Sure.
It's a wet
You
dream
guys
for a
like
tire
it. Yeah, I
guy.
bet.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite moment at Greenbush, or more than one?
There's
if you could put
more
one
than
down.
one.
Go ahead.
Well, probably Terry's only feature win there in the streetcar in the grocery getter was one. He had to hold off like 5 or 6 guys just to get that win.
Yeah.
James Maher's first win last year.
Yeah.
What can you say about James? You know, he's one of the nicest guys out there.
Right.
Kate Taves got her first lightning sprint feature
Sure.
win there last year.
Yep.
And that was quite a race. Anytime they had the sprint car nationals there, the lightning sprints.
Yeah.
Those were great nights.
Oh yeah.
God, there's just,
Even after the races were even better.
Oh, the moonshine.
yeah. Well, I didn't partake in that.
No, I know.
I knew better. But yeah.
I was smart enough to know just one glass was
Yeah.
plenty.
Right? Well, now we got Aberley up there. He's also saying that Greenbush was one of his favorite tracks when he raced.
It's I think it was a favorite of a lot of people.
Yeah.
I
agree.
wish I would have went and visited it. You know, when we were going, I was at Devil's Lake on Saturdays, and you were doing Greenbush. And then when I stepped away from Devil's Lake, my son, love him to death, baseball tournaments almost every weekend, especially this summer. So I never have reached out that way, but it just sounds like a beautiful atmosphere, great people. I've seen lives when you guys went live on the Street Stock Tour and stuff like that, and it's just the stage and the atmosphere, the nostalgic of it. I think it'd be an awesome place.
Well, the racing definitely got a lot better when they added the banking
Oh, for sure.
back in I think 2015 or 16.
You know, as an an announcer, I want to ask you this because Chad, you know where I'm coming from here too, being trackside. I can remember, and God bless him, Donnie Mack. I can remember standing down there getting ready to interview, and he'd be behind that when they had that billboard there, and he'd be down there and looking at his watch and telling me to hurry up. And I remember the one time when you talk about first wins, some of these guys, you've been watching them race for years, and to get that first win. I turned around and I said, I'm giving this guy some time. He deserves it. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, enjoy the moment. Let him enjoy it for a little longer. Don't just go, hey, nice job, your first win. Woo-hoo, get out of here.
Oh, yeah. Who helps you out? And
Right. I mean, just let them enjoy the moment for a little bit anyway.
we didn't have the fortune to have a trackside announcer. The couple of times that I went down and did it, it was, I'm not much of an interviewer.
Yeah.
I really don't like interviewing. But
And why are you here?
I can be interviewed,
Oh, okay.
but for asking questions and stuff, no, it's not my...
It's funny because I'm kind of the same way, like hockey play-by-play. I still do that on the radio. Everybody's like, geez, how could you even do that? I can't do the color commentary. The supposedly easy part of it, I'm horrible.
Yeah.
I think I'm better up at the booth than I was down at trackside, but I don't know.
I listen to you do play-by-play hockey. You're pretty fluent. I mean, there's no missing action.
As long as you sound like you know what you're talking about on the radio,
everything
right?
else is gonna go fine.
They know exactly what you're
I
doing.
always thought Keith was kind of soft because they put a booth up there with air conditioning after he showed up and had windows, never had to fight mosquitoes and stand in front of people.
I started out down on the stage.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you there? A year maybe?
No. I think the booth went in the same year as the banking or the year before.
You didn't know this, but you're getting roasted today. So we're just gonna
walk up to the
fine.
booth, and he's up there. He's got his food and the air conditioning, the fan
And it'd be
going.
easy to keep that booth cool because it's about the size of this table.
Yeah.
Because I know when I was up there, my wife tried to get in there, and we had to move so she could get in so I could even shut the door because there wasn't a whole lot of room in there. But what a great place. I thought it was a great place.
You know, what I liked most about the track was after I moved into the grandstand and started watching and realizing how close the action is to the fans there. I mean, literally, they're right in your lap for the most part. And there's been nights where I'm thinking back a couple of years ago when the B-Mod flipped into the flag stand. And that thing almost tipped over.
Wow.
Oh, when Ronnie tried to turn the front wall?
Yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah. And there were people standing or sitting on the front row of the bleachers, and they didn't even move. They just kind of sat there and and
Those are tough ass people up in
Yeah,
Greenbush.
they were. It was the non-drinking section, so.
Oh boy.
Well, we're sitting here talking about Greenbush like it's dead, like you said.
Right.
I think honestly it's going to be a hiatus. There's so many good stories. People are mentioning it now. There's so many good stories about that racetrack that it's going to go somewhere. Somebody's going to do something with it.
It's
And
too
people
nice
are.
it's too nice to sit.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
And people are talking about it now.
And
we're
we-
hearing rumors all the time.
Yeah, and we know what happens to things that are abandoned. It doesn't take long for things to really go downhill, and this is still salvageable. It's still savable. And rumor has it, I'm not going to get too much into it, but a guy could get it, it sounds like, for a pretty reasonable price.
Pretty reasonable price, I think.
And so nothing but, and some of the local tracks are kind of taking up some of that slack. I know we picked up, basically, we're at 5 classes almost every night this year.
Yep.
And that's good, but it'd be nice for them to get those back, too. Canadians are watching. Good morning, boys, guests, and everyone. Been to Greenbush a few times. Always great option on the way home. Saturday, we'll miss that. Good racing. Trying to get out early for live anniversary show. That'll be fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's our yeah.
Yeah. You guys got to, they'll be bringing the campers down, but that'll be fun. We better take a break. We're way into the show. Dirty Thursday brought to you by River City Speedway. Keith Cumming, Terry BlackLance, and of course the Bullring Boys, myself and Chad Hoff on the air. Let's talk a little bit about Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You know what? If you're going to go get an oil change and you're sick and tired of waiting, I'm usually in and out of there in about 20 minutes. I don't even get out of my truck. It's that quick. They don't just do oil changes. They can do tranny and coolant flushes. They can rotate your tires, do a new battery for you. When you are sitting in your vehicle like I do for an oil change, they're going to top off your fluids, check your tires, battery, lights, wipers, your cabin air filter. If you own a fleet, you're going to get a discount. If you're in the military, they treat you good with a discount too. They can text and email invoices and coupons and mention Grand Forks Best Source. They'll knock $10 off your oil change. Great deal. Lon Kasager asked me about that. He texted me, is that right still? And I'm like, you do it, man. Pickup and delivery available if you live in Grand Forks too. Check them out. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Complete oil change and more. Find them at 3325 South 38th Street. You can call them 701-780-8462. Make sure you tell them Grand Forks Best Source sent you. Kevin Pappenfuss. I wish they had the banking when I raced there. I suckered at Greenbush. He suckered at Greenbush.
He didn't suck anywhere.
No, I know. And he's a very modest guy.
Yeah, he is.
Heather Thornton, Wichard, 2 great guys. I'm assuming they're talking about these guys, probably not us.
More than likely.
Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah. That's okay. My exhaust caught on fire my first race ever at Greenbush. Paul Erickson. Paul, oh, boy. I'd love to see him back in a car again, too. Jason Berg, good morning, Jason. Hopefully everything's ready to go up there. I'm talking about Greenbush, and we see racetracks closing all over the country all the time. And there's guys I know, Johnny Gibson's one of them. And it's like you're going to see more racetracks that are closed now just to go get a picture and a remembrance than ones that are open. And is this hopefully not a trend we're going to keep seeing? I mean, it's not like they ran out of money, or I don't think, but it was time for a guy to call it quits.
Yeah, I think I don't think it's a trend. I think it happens, but I think what I see happening more often than not now is, and we travel a lot across the country, and see a lot of racetracks that are actually moving to two a night type of thing for a month. So we'll go week on, week off type of thing. So we see more and more of that as we travel. So that's interesting. And I think that's not a bad idea for some of these rural racetracks. It's real tough.
Yeah,
I mean, especially
it is.
Greenbush. That was one of the biggest things is that, they're kind of out there in the middle of nowhere. There's no hotels.
Right.
You can't, if you get rained out, you can't go to to a movie or out to eat or anything like that. So,
Colin, hey everyone. For those who don't know, I'm Trapper's kid, and I got to say there isn't a better community to be a part of. And I'm going to miss hanging out with all of the races in Greenbush. Also, I'm planning on catching the season opener at the Bullring. Hope to see a lot of friends there. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I don't think I have.
That would be amazing.
Travis Strandell, good afternoon, guys. Hello to Keith and Terry. Paul Erickson, he says he's going to finish college, but then it's definitely a plan to get into a car again. That is awesome. Now, when it comes to the 2-day shows, did they ever have any up there?
Oh, yeah.
And what do they do? People just bring campers or tents, or do they go to Roseau?
No, most of the time they let them camp for free in the pits. They had about a dozen electrical hookups that he put in I don't know, 3-4 years into it.
Okay.
So you could reserve a camp spot with electricity.
Well, they expanded the pits there the last couple of years now
Yeah.
into that backfield, and
Yeah. When Dylan took over the motocross park, they kind of made an agreement. So they expanded the pits there just to the south.
Okay. Yep.
So it made a lot more room for people to camp and whatnot. 2-day shows, usually Labor Day weekend was our big one.
Yep.
To wrap things up. They've had done 2-day shows on Memorial Weekend and the 4th of July before, but Labor Day weekend was our big one.
Josh Barker, we usually bring tents. I usually end up in my pickup.
I know the Enright family brings their smaller trailer, and that's where they sleep in that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think those are things that are going to be talked about all year. Just the stuff that happened there, and like I said, we're not trying to tell you that it's dead.
Right.
We're just right now we're getting the word out there that how much fun that track was, and that place doesn't need to die.
No.
That track is an action-packed machine.
Yeah.
And that's all you hear about. You hear about Greenbush all the time.
Yes, you do.
You know.
And you don't ever hear any bad things.
No,
guys that go up there even the first time.
I'm with
they
you on
love
that.
it.
Yep.
Daniel Aberly, Cheyenne Speedway, we almost lost, and thanks to Jake for picking it up with already doing 2
That is
tracks.
true. That is true.
Heather, yes, Keith and Terry, both great guys, but don't worry, you and Chad are also great guys. Love this show.
We got the
that makes me feel so much better.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Thanks,
we got
Heather.
the pity like.
Thanks, Heather. No, and that's another track too. You know, the last
Yeah.
promoter. His head is in so many other things that he does, and so now Jake taking that over. So now really Jake's running 3 tracks.
Yeah.
You know, so he's got Ada, West Fargo, and now he's got Cheyenne.
Oh boy.
So he's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or if they still run Sunday.
That's got to be 7 days a week.
Oh, that's got to be.
On.
You know, that's work.
Because, they say that you don't, or the work doesn't start on race day. It's
No.
Oh, no.
3-4 days before. Well,
Oh yeah. Or if you get
gotta
drained
have-
throughout the week, you got to go there and work on the track. I mean, you got 3 different tracks to worry about. Hopefully, it's a great staff, which he probably does. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of good things. And shout out to Dan there, my fellow bald man. Went for his first IMCA stock car. Went to Minot to Nodak Speedway, my old stomping grounds, and he had some fun there. So thanks, Daniel, going down there and checking that out. That's pretty cool.
Daniela says, John and Chad, you're going to have to let Keith announce. We'll absolutely let him come up there and jump in the booth.
He just
for
won't.
once in
He
a while.
won't come down with me.
Yeah,
Because he doesn't want to do interviews.
I can't dance like Chad does.
We could go boot scoot and boogie.
We're gonna have a dance off. Hopefully, it's a rain delay, and we'll have a big dance
Yeah.
off. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
Oh man. Would you ever think about running a track? I mean,
I've
you've dabbled in so many different things.
I've done that. We opened the Marshall County Speedway when.
Oh, that's right,
that
yeah.
opened. I was the president of the race association at that time. And did it for 3 years. 3 years was
Yeah.
enough. I think.
And there was a lot of talk about them opening up again on Sundays this past year. It's a funny story because before I ever got into racetrack announcing, I did announce one night at Warren with Don Jorsted.
Oh yeah.
And gosh, that was a long time ago. And one of my mentors, I mean, for sure.
Well, I think Donnie got us, a lot of us into that stuff. I used to travel with him to Hamilton.
Oh,
and
yep. I found out where every American Legion club in Northwest Minnesota was going on the road with Don Jorsted, doing football games and basketball games and things like that, and racing.
That's another racetrack that looked amazing. The grandstands looked good in Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hamilton was.
I mean, you look at that racetrack, even with the grandstands that are there now, the racetrack you can still see. It's there.
Yeah.
But it's going to take some work to get back. But that's another racetrack that was probably, I've never been.
Well,
I just seen it.
That's why I worry about Greenbush, and I do believe there will be somebody that'll step up. But you look at Hallock and Rocket Speedway. I mean, that they had got a brand new grandstand, covered, beautiful. The track was always awesome.
It's a shame that Hallock is only used once a year.
Yeah.
I mean,
What do they use Hallock for right now?
the fair.
That's it. That's what Hamilton
They,
is
they,
too.
they do.
They do an enduro race in Hamilton. I know they used to.
They do a Baja race in Hallock, and I think the Derby.
Yeah.
And that's it.
See, now this is all a rumor, but I'm hearing that's what kind of happened with Warren. Was the guys that have it or whoever's running it, they'd rather do their couple of Bajas a year and not have to worry about changing things for Sunday night racing. But and then I know it was all originally thought of because the way NOSA was going and traveling so much, some of the guys that couldn't afford that, I think, were looking for a weekly closer place to run.
Yeah.
River City Speedway is right back up to where they were. We're going to be seeing the NOSA guys there pretty much every Friday night. But I'll be going by Hamilton Race Park in about an hour. Nick Curtis, where in the, he must be on a run up there.
He's delivering, and he's got his phone on the magnetic thing on. And he's watching us. He's breaking DOT rules as we speak.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, Nick.
Yeah.
Both hands on the steering wheel, 10 and 2.
10 and 2, buddy. Yeah.
So now what will you do on Saturday nights?
We're going to travel. Andrew, my oldest son, lives in Duluth.
Yep.
So Proctor, Superior, Hibbing.
How fun do you like Duluth, or how fun is it for you? I've only been there a few times, but I love going there.
Just Duluth in general?
Yeah, the whole area
that's
there.
Awesome. Yeah, that's yeah.
Have you ever tried Pizza Luce yet?
Maybe.
He's got a fetish or something with Pizza Luce. Because every time
I got a fetish with the mashed potato pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Amanda Jo Enright goes to Duluth probably once a year, and every time did you try it yet? No, I didn't try it.
Nope. Can't pound it into her head hard enough. And she's still, She probably sits in there and goes, all right, kids, here we are. We're going to get anything but mashed potato pizza.
Yeah, he gets so disappointed.
Was there one too many bush lights involved with that decision?
No, just the thing. But
he said it was good. I don't know.
What is your kid doing down there?
He manages Fastenal.
Okay.
Both my sons work for
I was going to
Fastenal.
say, I knew Aaron was there.
In
All
the
right.
Fastenal stores, yeah.
And how does he like that area?
He loves it.
Yeah.
His wife is a veterinarian in Superior, and
Oh, wow.
they're both all they love racing. They
Sure.
both do the racing thing there. I mean, and a lot of camping, fishing.
Do you like cheese curds?
I love cheese curds.
Did she get the real ones when over there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Here we go again, Keith.
Oh, put them in a pizza oven on some tin foil.
I can totally get the cheese curds, but Jory Bergner said I second the mashed potatoes. He's with you.
Yeah,
on that one.
It's awesome.
What's so good about mashed potatoes on a pizza?
Instead of like the barbecue or the pizza sauce, they put a layer of mashed potatoes on it.
What's on the
throw
toppings?
like regular cheese and all that kind of stuff.
Really?
But I don't know. From what maybe there was a couple of Busch Lights when I had it, but
Called it.
it was. I remember back in the day, and I can't remember who it was. The frozen pizzas. You know, you've got your pizza corner and blah blah. I think it was a Bonita's, but they had a sausage and potato pizza.
Yeah.
Frozen pizza that I thought was spectacular.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
I've never seen that.
I'm not a big pineapple guy on pizza.
Okay.
But God darn it, you can put all the mashed potatoes you want on that thing. That's actually how I fix my walleye. I pan fry my walleye. I roll it in egg, and then I roll it in mashed potato flakes.
Really?
And then I pan fry it in butter, and it puts just like a little layer of hash brown on it. Some people use Shore Lunch, Ritz crackers, Lowry's, whatever. But
wow.
I use mashed potato flakes and some Lowry's or whatever seasoning you want, and you'll come back for more.
You cook it on your Blackstone on the boat?
No, but
No.
I cook it on the Blackstone. Yeah. I try not to bring the Blackstone with on the boat. It's not a very big boat. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, and here we are talking about pizza and fishing, and it's a
we're
racing
going,
show.
Here we go. Remember the biscuits and gravy pizza made a while ago?
Oh, that would be good. Now, I'm hungry as hell now. Jeez, I had a bag of Funyuns for breakfast. Yeah, well, I didn't eat yesterday very much. Again, I was fishing, so I was drinking Busch Lights, so I didn't get to
so
eat
you
a
had
lot.
something. Yeah. And Dale's vote for his loaded baked potato pizzas.
Oh, that would be good, too. Kevin Pappenfuss.
We're going down a rabbit hole here, guys. Hold on.
I won the last time I raced in Hallock and Hamilton. Hallock was my all-time favorite track, except for cleaning that gumbo off the next day. Kevin Pappenfuss. Daniel Aberly, I can't believe he's never been on the show.
No, he needs to come up here.
Okay, well, 100. We're pushing 200 shows, and I can't remember 2 days ago, let alone 200 weeks ago.
It'd be awesome for him to be here. I know he does Springs work here soon, but we should get him on.
Okay,
here.
what are the odds, Daniel? What are the odds of you being able to get up here at 11 o'clock on a Thursday? We'll get you on. How's that?
Take care of that.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever. I wonder if Dan has raced in Greenbush. Did he say?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel Avery's right. Yep.
Okay.
Usually
On his
with the street
stock.
stock.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his street stock was there. So the fellow bald guy, number 33. Yeah. He was. He's so cool, and when he wins, he brings all the kids down and takes pictures with everybody. I mean, he's just a wholehearted guy. Good times.
Wasn't he the first one to get married at River Cities?
Oh, I don't know.
That's a great question.
I
don't
didn't know
that
anybody
either.
ever did get married at River
well,
Cities.
I've known 2 couples too.
Okay.
Yeah.
That brings up a good point here.
One drunk guy last year asked me if we would do it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me again.
Well, no, you.
Oh.
That's after the races you were. But no, like I'm walking down in between intermissions, and this guy comes with his girlfriend and is like, "Hey, would you marry us up there?" And I'm like, I probably won't, but John, he's ordained.
Yeah. I got ordained now, so if I think that'd be pretty cool to get married down at on stage during intermission. We can make it quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just you're ordained. Just
I'd charge them a couple of bush lights, but
Was it Art Leonard's daughter that got married?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
there we
Okay.
go.
Okay.
So
and Daniel was too.
Oh,
he was
wow.
there too.
Yes, I was. Okay. He just started spring work now. Chad's ordained too, or maybe it lapsed.
No, I am ordained.
Oh, now the truth
what does
comes
that,
out.
what does that mean?
We can perform services as of
Yeah, I can marry people
renewals.
and
So
bury
how do you
people.
how do you get ordained though? I mean,
Oh,
what
it's
do
a
you-
lot. You have to go.
$75 on the internet and you get stuff for free.
Well, it costs you $30 to get the ID to keep in your wallet too.
But I got ordained to renew my parents' vows.
Oh.
When we did that on their, I think, 40th wedding anniversary. But yeah,
and I got ordained to marry the lady that just walked by
Robin.
the studio here a minute ago to go play Thursday bingo.
Yeah.
And they paid for it all. I had to do some stuff online, and like I said, the only thing I had to pay for was my wallet ID.
Yeah.
Saying I was ordained, but it's got all the stuff on there. So when you fill out your marriage license and everything, it tells you, I have to fill in my certain things. But
mine came with a folder.
Oh yeah, mine came. I got a book and
Yeah.
I got all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff with mine. Yeah.
I'm top notch. I can take care of mostly anything.
Did you get a book on same-sex marriage?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Okay. How the hell did we start talking about this kind of stuff?
You said today's show is going to be all over the board. So
Yeah,
here we go.
I kind of did. When you talk about travel, is it going to be seeing the BlackLances less and less at racetracks? I mean, you can watch your one kid race, and get to see the grandkid, I guess, or you go, or do you flip flop weekends, or I suppose a lot of it has to do with your
Well, I
wife's
think
schedule too.
Aaron's it'll be separation of me from Aaron. I
Right,
guess,
right.
is it. So my wife and I we fully intend on traveling and visiting racetracks and getting to as many as we can across the country. And then Aaron's going to do his thing, and he'll be in Grand Forks on Fridays. Saturdays will be a travel day for him, probably.
Yep.
Alexandria, maybe over to Duluth, Superior,
Okay.
kind of thing. So,
Well, yeah, and then I suppose if he does the Duluth Superior, that works out good. Now,
Close to family then, because you're going to be in that area anyway. That'd be pretty cool.
Is that a good thing? You spending more time, you and your wife in Duluth, because I mean, let's face it, you work with your son. He's your son. You love him to death, but do you get sick of him?
No,
Okay.
I don't.
Yeah,
Actually.
I wouldn't get sick of mine either.
Mine's
kid.
too young to ever
Yeah.
get a total yet. So
Nope,
You
I've
got
never-
years yet.
yeah. We're working
Well,
on it.
you wait; it'll be a couple years, and he's going to be sick of you. That's usually what happens.
He probably is already sick of me. Yeah, I get to coach him in baseball all summer. So yeah, he's probably already
you're coaching baseball too.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
11.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna blink, and then he's gonna be like
16.
Aaron. Yeah,
Yep.
Aaron and Alec. They're gonna be freaking 37 years old, and I'm gonna be like, well, what happened?
It goes by very, very fast, and you are also going to see that too.
Yeah.
That's what in fact, I would tell you, enjoy it while you can, because pretty soon they're going to be gone. But then I kind of changed that and said, enjoy it while you can, because pretty soon they'll be sick of you. And what I mean that is when they get to that phase, that whatever years they are, they kind of get into that phase, and hopefully, they don't stay sick of you for very long. I guess.
He's gonna want something from mom sooner or later.
There you go.
Yeah.
Before we close, it's a bummer. Greenbush. I talked to so many people. What's your plans? Well, we got to run to Greenbush Saturday. And that was with the group I hang with.
Yeah.
You heard that all the time.
Well, and throughout the winter, we heard it's like a roller coaster ride of emotions. Oh, there's something possibly happening. and nothing. And oh, wait, well, this guy might take something. You know, we don't know yet. It's all hearsay. And they're like, oh, that's awesome. Great. Let's keep that thing going.
Well, I really don't think it's done. I think that the racing family up there is too strong.
It is.
I think
Greenbush,
I really feel what happened is it happened so abruptly.
Yep.
And it didn't. There was no word,
warning.
No warning whatsoever.
Yep.
And actually, I feel like before the Wasota banquet, things were still a go for 2024 up in Greenbush.
Yeah. I think something's going to happen this year. I really, really, really do.
Yeah, I think hiatus is good, but I think one thing that's important for Greenbush is that when a promoter comes forward, that the community get involved again, and I think Trapper had a hard time finding employees and getting people to come work.
Sure.
Racers used to race and work in the tracks, and we were in Hallock. I mean, guys worked at the track and raced at the same time. And we kind of fell away from that.
It gets hard on a guy.
After COVID.
Yeah.
And so if we can make sure that we fill, spots we need to in Greenbush, when somebody comes forward, that'd be great.
Yeah, there's so much history there.
It's crazy.
Just,
I mean,
we just don't want that to die.
You think of the drivers that have come out of there, the drivers that race there, John Seitz, Rick Johnson, Art Leonard. Man, there's
on and on and
there's
on.
Gotta be more, there's got to be more, Keith. There's got to be more.
Greg Ferris, Kelly Steele,
Dean Forrest.
Oh, I forgot about him. Yeah.
The guys from Canada, Pilipits and
Rick Tesmer.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I remember Ferris well. Great guy. Quiet guy. Did they ever do any, Greenbush, it's well known for Wall Brothers Racing, ice oval racing, David Dermont. Did they ever do snowmobile racing there, or are they just Strathcona still? Because even when I was young, we'd race in Strathcona. Yeah. But I would think that would be just perfect for Greenbush to do something like that.
You
but
would think so, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And I know. I just want to, Colin put on here again, buddy. We're not blaming your family at all.
No.
Don't think that. And we appreciate everything you've done for the racing community, all for the past 10 plus years. You and your dad and your family have been up there. Oh, don't think we're trying to down this. We're not.
We're trying to get this thing rolling again.
I think Trapper, what he did and what he had to do to get up there and stuff, I think everybody's grateful for him.
Yo, for sure.
100%.
I think if Trapper decided to do it again, people would be way happy about it.
Oh, boy.
I think for him to do it again, though, he would have to have some backing. Not that he didn't have backing before, but probably some financial backing.
Sure.
Whoever takes it over it's going to need a little bit of money. I mean, you can't just open it up with nothing in the check
account. Here you go. Let's go. Yeah. Jason Berg, even I had the pleasure of flagging for Trapper and working with Keith for a few years. Greenbush was always fun as a spectator and a racer. Colin, oh no, you guys are great. Would love for it to keep going. Jason Berg had to play. Okay. Same thing, but what we're doing here is we're it's not really a goodbye, like we're saying.
No.
Maybe it's just, okay, we're taking a break for now. Big thing was the money part, Colin. But we're hoping maybe with a show like this and it gets out there, maybe we can get some people.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. And get this thing rolling again.
Yep. And then you have two guys who are with a history of knowledge that we're going through it with them, just so you guys know out there that it's like the Field of Dreams, okay? It's really honestly like the Field of Dreams.
Beautiful 3/8 mile track.
If you build it, they will come.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it will happen.
Yeah. 3/8, no, maybe when it first opened, but when they shrank it, I think it's first or second year. When they added the banking, they measured it on the outside, it was 0.280.
Oh, okay, because I just looked it up online and it said it was a 3/8.
Yeah.
But that's the same with River City Speedway. That top, if you were to go up the top, it's closer to a 3/8. You get down to the bottom because it's a pretty wide track. It's about a quarter.
Yeah.
But
and Greenbush is the same way.
Yeah.
That's the meaning of today. We're not, like you said, it feels like a funeral, but it's not. It's not meant to be that way. Let's think about all the crap that can happen up there and how cool it could be.
Yeah.
I think
just
about
listen
it.
to Terry is amazing.
I think about it daily. I mean, I think of the things that could be done up there. You got a racetrack that's second to none. I mean, the track is prepped every week like a foam rubber mat, nice and tacky, and does go dry slick from time to time. But it's always smooth. Guaranteed, you're not going to wreck anything as far as your car goes. But there's some potential there. I mean, I've always Trapper and I talked about it several times about doing a a victory lane, type of thing, or adding suites up above, or there's just lots of stuff that can be done there if somebody's got some cash to do it.
Right.
I see, like, when you sit and talk about like you got inspirations and stuff to be a helpful mind in that. Would you be in there with that?
Oh, I have been with Trapper. I mean, I've done what I can with Trapper and trying to help out where we can. We provided the racetrack with a FM receiver system so they could broadcast in the pits, and I started advertising on the flag stand.
See, I just say that because
kind of thing.
you got a guy that, if you don't know a lot, you got a gentleman not far that's ran racetracks that'll probably be open book for you. Honestly.
Well, I've had people come to me and ask me if I'd be interested in promoting, and I would be interested in promoting, but I would definitely not be an owner.
Not
Right.
I just don't. I have no desire to sink myself that way, but I'd be willing to help a guy out if I was asked to.
Yeah. So if a guy like takes it over and he looks at it like, God, I don't know what to do, and he's the money side of it, not necessarily promoting. He wants to promote it and learn how to do it. I'm pretty sure a phone call, I'd be like, hey, okay, let's sit down. I'll tell you how we should do this.
And I'm pretty sure Trapper would be an open book.
Oh, for sure. For sure. The amount of knowledge in that area, you go to Carlsted, you got the Johnsons. They would be there. You got Thief River. You got, you're
Greenbush, Roseau,
all that.
Canadians.
Even the there's people in Greenbush
Right.
that would be there. There's a gentleman by the name of Sean that works at the co-op there. He's one of the firefighters there that I know of. He just loves that place. So it's gotta go, and it will.
Another good word about it. Jason Berg or Daniel Aberly, track was always smooth, like Terry said, and TPO has always said it's a diamond in the rough. That's good endorsement there.
Yeah.
Being on this side of racing business and sure opened my eyes to what it's like to what it takes to run a track and racetrack. Jason Berg, he's finding out.
Yeah.
Terry, you mentioned sponsoring and things like that. Now that you're not doing as much, are you throwing sponsorship dollars out there? Or are you pretty much trying to keep the kid going?
Trying to keep the kid going, obviously, and then I don't spend a lot on advertising. I do billboards from time to time, but I prefer to walk around the pit area and hand out a $20 bill here and there. Buy a tire, that type of thing.
And people
I've
don't
seen that.
realize that.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, when you talk about sponsorship, it's horrible. I mean, it's hard to go ask people for money. I can't stand doing it, but a lot of people don't realize, too, that some sponsorship, and there are people that will sponsor somebody and they do not want their name on their car.
Yep.
They do not want anything on there. But I know guys that I've helped out or whatever, they have an oil sponsor. So they get a case of oil every week or whatever it was. Beer sponsors for after the races. You see the guys pull up, load up their coolers full of beer from sponsors so they can take care of their help at the end of the night. There's many, many ways to sponsor, and the $10, $20, $30 that handed out in the pits, that's huge.
Yeah.
You might not think when you're running around here with a $100,000 race car or whatever, and you're losing your ass every night trying to have fun. $20 goes a long way.
Yeah,
it really does.
Every little bit helps. It doesn't matter what it is. So,
Jeremy Gus, we checked into it, but the economy sucks. Interest rate sucks. Everything sucked. Come on, downer.
And Jeremy's got so much going on right now.
Yeah.
yeah. But we appreciate him looking into
Yes.
it.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
you see all these guys looking like they don't want this thing to die either, so
No.
they're checking it out too.
No.
So I think that's what this show was about, and I appreciate you guys coming down and
I think it'd be
sharing
I
this.
think it'd be interesting to see a group of guys get together and
That's
see
exactly
if they
it.
could hammer something out.
Is that you think what it would take? Not
I think
just one
so.
guy, probably a group of like
Well,
2, 3, 4.
I think the one guy would have to have a lot of money.
Yeah.
But a group, I think a group, 4 or 5 different minds working
Sure.
together,
Yep.
Yeah.
that
I think that
probably take care of it.
a group of people would be better than a single.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says if we got someone to support money-wise, Trapper and I thought about maybe doing track prep and everything else that goes into it. Boy, that would be a big help right there. You just need to get the money behind it.
That's why we're doing this show, because we're seeing all this stuff come out. Everybody's got ideas.
Wow. It's kind of turned. I didn't think we'd ever do a show like this.
I love this.
I do
actually-
too.
It's a good change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes you feel old when you start hearing people say, gosh, I remember that track, or I remember when we used to go there, and it makes you feel good. Prayer for Jeremy's wife. I don't
Honey
know.
Gust.
Okay. Okay.
Going through cancer.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yes.
Okay. That's from Kerry Wisco. All right. Yeah, prayers indeed. Before we let you guys cut you loose, anything you want to add?
Just that Greenbush has been awesome. It's been like a family for 30 years.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It is sad that it's not going to open this year, but I'm confident with the people that are up there and the interest that has come through my shop alone. I think it'll open at some point. It's just a matter of time, and when it comes back, I hope people come out in droves.
Oh, absolutely.
And spend lots of money. And if you are a business sponsor, please help out where you can. And drivers, do what you can as well. So
And, you mentioned a lot of people coming through your shop. Give your business a plug again here.
Fast Graphics in Thief River Falls. We do a lot for racing. We do a lot of race cars.
How many cars you built already this year?
I think we're on number 6 or 7.
Yep.
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
When I get back to the shop today, I'll be finishing up a wrap on a pure stock for Bemidji. So
Nice.
Yeah.
we got a lot. And then we got to finish. Aaron finished up his B-mod here day before yesterday. Took it out to Glendon last night for test and tune.
Okay.
And now he'll start on his A-mod, and then my street stock will go to the shop. And
Okay. Phone numbers, websites, anything.
phone number, 218-681-0339. Anybody needs anything graphic wise, give me a call.
There you go.
All right. And any parting words from you? But you're going to be on again tonight too. So, but what do you want to leave with?
Hopefully it's just a 1-year hiatus. I think if it goes any longer, it won't look good.
Yeah.
It's hard to get to open up a closed racetrack. So hopefully somebody can come forward, put a business plan together, and then we'll be back in business in 2025.
Nice. We're all looking forward to it.
Yes.
How about you, man? Any parting words for us?
No, I think today was just an amazing show. I really believe that we did a lot of good here today. I really appreciate you guys coming down. And Keith, it's always good seeing you. Terry, love seeing you every Friday night too. You guys are a staple in the racing community.
Absolutely.
And, if somebody wants to get that Greenbush one going, you for sure got one hell of an announcer already. So get it done.
Absolutely.
Who's that?
Yeah. To be determined.
Yeah. As we're sitting here with a table full of announcers.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Smart ass.
Again, thank you guys. I know it's not easy to just pick up everything and leave. Don't forget now, River City Speedway opens up tomorrow. Devil's Lake Saturday. Buffalo River on Sunday. Test and tune for Forks Karting Association, 11 o'clock at the track on Saturday. There's a lot of things going on. It's that time of the year, and I am keyed up. Man. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
You bet you will.
You have fun tonight, and maybe see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Awesome.
John, sorry, just a clarification. It's 11 a.m. gates open at Forks Karting Speedway for open practice this Saturday, and the racing starts, or practice starts at 1 p.m.
Okay, so you can get there at 11. And from what I hear, the pits will probably be open a little early tomorrow at River City Speedway, too, from what I hear.
I think so. As long as we can get in there. Doogie's watching right now, I believe. He's probably got guys over there trying to get that thing opened up as much as we can. I know Scott's worried about it a little bit because I talked to him earlier. He couldn't even get into the pit shack inside.
Oh, boy.
That pit,
Too wet.
too wet to get in there.
Yeah,
to clean
I was
that
out
thing
there
up, so.
during the rain on Tuesday,
Yeah,
and everything at our end seems to be working.
that's great.
So it needs the cleaning, but they said that was going to happen on Wednesday, so we'll see.
It'll happen.
Yeah, I'm
So.
looking forward to it. Our guests,
night.
Keith Cumming, Terry BlackLance, of course, the other half of the Bullring Boys, Chad Hoff.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you guys for all coming in.
Thanks for having me.
See you tomorrow night?
Yep, absolutely.
All right, perfect. Boy, I want to give Rumors Sports Bar and Casino a shout out for bringing you Dirty Thursday. BT and the crew have been with us forever. Daryl, we will see you June 7th. Tell you what, high roller poker tournament going on this Saturday at Rumors. Let's see, registration at 10:30, cards in the air at 11. You can find out more by going to 701poker.com or stop into Rumors Sports Bar and Casino. What's going on there tonight? $7 sandwich at a side for lunch or supper today. Check it out. Wash it down with the world famous beer tower. Minnesota Timberwolves on the air tomorrow night. You can check that out at Rumors, or you can watch NHL playoffs or the Minnesota Twins. Wall-to-wall TVs love it. Find them in the Grand Cities Mall. Rumors Sports Bar and Casino. Open every day from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. Well, big screens and TV streams coming your way at 1 o'clock. And then Bill, Monty, Keith, and the rest of the crew going to be on the Fork Sports Highway Show tonight at 6:30. Brew Brothers. We talk about beer at 9. Lots of things going on. Catch all the shows. Have a great night. I'll catch you in the morning. Remember to like, share, tag, and follow us. Hit that notification bell on your smartphone, too. You never miss a show. We know the Grand Cities are grand. Grand Forks' best source, giving them an identity again.